Hello, my name is Toya and welcome back to my videos. I have just discovered that the devs did do what they promised they were going to do, and they have taken their time to explain to us how the save data works. So it's all here in this new little help section for save data, and I don't know what to say. I know how I feel about this, and it is very, very negative. I feel very negatively about this. I kind of understood that the data would be saved with the size of the chaos that you're entering. So if it was large, extra large, then you can see the size difference. That's the way you can choose more or less cards depending on the size. But going through this here, it's this new faint memory cap and tier. I don't understand why this is, because it's a lot of math. Okay, it's a lot of math, and it's a lot of unfair kind of math, because you go into a dungeon to play a game. You're not going to a dungeon to do math. Okay, it's not that it's difficult to do math, right? We can all do math. It's the fact that it's not as though you can set up what cards you're going to get once you get down there. And I'm hoping you're reading through this yourself. You don't need me to read for you. You're not going through the dungeon with the specific cards lined up that you're going to want to pick. You're going in there and it's going to give you random cards. And you would probably have to play it 30-40 times in order to see a semblance of the cards that you want to get, right? And you're going to tell me that I have to pay in the currency that I earn to remove cards, but you're also going to add points for removing the cards, because I want the perfect deck. You've already started me off with what you want to give me, and then in order to remove those cards, you're also going to charge with the limited data I have, and also with the currency that I have to earn in the dungeon. Really? So you want me to not just be going through it, choosing the best list, and then looking for the exact cards that I want on repeat by refreshing, but then you're going to charge me, even though the game charges me to then duplicate it. Even though I have to earn the duplication inside of the dungeon or inside of the chaos, I then also have to add that to the count, and I have to do that as well for the epiphanies, which we need to make them useful. We also have to get charged for those as well. What devs, what are you thinking? I understand how you're doing this, but then you're going to tell us that basically the normal is not worth doing. None of these are going to be worth doing apart from the extra large. And then you have to think that they're also not going to be worth doing if you don't get the cards that you want. Because you go for the whole thing and you have 3 characters. The one that you want might not get an epiphany. It might not get the epiphany with the normal cards that you want. And somehow this is worse than farming gear, because you also have to farm gear. You have to farm leveling up material, and then you still have to go through and do all of that. And there are a lot of cards, right? You have to also unlock the cards by bringing the cards back, and it's a bit much. Devs, I'm sorry, there is a difference between playing a game and then doing a job. Okay, because nobody's going to sit here apart from some kind of really min-maxer and go through all of these cards, write up all the numbers, and then decide this is the ones I want to go for. At some point, somebody will make a list, and then everybody will go for exactly the same cards and build exactly the same deck and play exactly the same way. And that's just boring. Okay, devs, listen. Cap it. Cap it at a number of cards. Say you can only do this many cards, or this many cards of this type, this many cards of this type, this many cards. This whole math thing is just no. Just no. Just no. We're not doing that. This just makes it tedious. It makes it a job. It makes it a chore. It's not a game. It's not a game when you do it like that. It's difficult. You have to go through, you have to collect the cards. You want to get lucky. You want to feel like you're doing something spontaneous. You're earning something, which was what the joy was of this. You're collecting cards that work well together. Then you come out and you don't have those cards. That was frustrating. But now you're telling us that we have to go in there and not just look for the cards that we think are useful, but we have to actually do math to count, and we can only do it by math. No. Please, devs. No, that's not the way you want to do this. Nobody wants to think, oh right, that's a really good card, and then think, no, I don't have enough points to get that. It's frustrating on a different level. This game is supposed to be fun. It was fun, and now you're capping the fun and you're destroying the fun. Please don't do this. Please do not do this to the game. Please cap it at a number of each type of card. Just say you can only get this many forbidden, this many normal, this many conversions per tier. And also make it that when you sit at a campfire, you can check how many of each card you have left to collect. That way you know exactly where you are, how much data you've used, and how much data there still is. And then after that, give us an item that we have to earn so that we can choose a card that we want or an epiphany that we want. This video is actually coming out late because I have actually tested all of this first. When I leave a dungeon and I don't have the cards that I want, then I'm frustrated. And it's hard. You're telling us that we have to do the most difficult battles, and then we still have to calculate that if I do this difficult battle and I get to the end, I might not get what I earned. That's not an accomplishment. That's just frustration. And I don't know how many people are going to want to do that 5 times before they just get up and say, no, I'm not doing this anymore. That's just a waste of my time. Because each chaos is over half an hour long. Please rethink this and cap it at numbers. It's okay to say at level 6 you can only have this many of this card, this many of this card, and this many of this card. That makes it easier. Please think about the casual people who are playing your game. Please think about the people who are just playing your game for fun. I don't know how many hardcore players you are thinking you're going to get or you're planning to get, but I don't know how that's going to work out for you. So think about it. It just doesn't make sense that somebody who jumps into a game wants to spend that many hours doing math. It's just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. Please do rethink this whole thing. Anyway, I am going to go ahead right now and I am going to spend some time with my Yuki. I'm going to quickly get her online here and we are going to see how good she is at this base level. I don't think that there is much to do. I think everybody's going to be looking at her. There's going to be a lot of in-depth YouTubers who are going to tell you exactly which cards to choose and which potentials not to do, you know, and hold your hands. So I don't think I need to do that. I think that we should just be able to pick up a game and play it, and then if you like it, just go with it, you know. I'm just going to read it as I go and see. But yeah, here is going to be my base team. I just need to quickly go and just get a bit of materials. I know there are materials that are already in the post that I can claim, but I am not going to claim them right now. I'll claim them after I've built her. That way I know that I have materials for the next characters that I'm going to do, because I would feel a lot worse. I don't know if that makes it to have to farm for the lower rarity characters. I'd rather farm for a 5-star than to farm for a 4-star. That's just an inner feeling. It makes no sense mathematically. It just makes me feel better to farm for my 5-star materials and then just use whatever's left over from my 4 stars. If I have to farm for a 4-star material, I just don't want to do it. I don't want to do it mentally, so I just do it this way, just for my own sake. I might make a few mistakes along the way here, but it should work out in the end. Because even though the TB terabytes I'm thinking of data that these characters have, the cards are really good, and the cards are better on the lower terabytes than they are on the higher terabytes, and that's just because I managed to get those. I managed to see those, I get those, and with the other ones I didn't get any good cards, but apparently it was done at a high level, so I got more cards, and how that works. But cards that are terrible, that will do a terrible job and not be able to farm anything, is seen somehow as better than cards that are actually performing well. I don't think you can assign value to that. It's just more data. So yeah, you can fit more data in with a higher one. It's not necessary that the cards that you use are going to be better, or you're going to have a better synergy set on a higher terabyte save data. So yeah. So let us go ahead here. As you can see, I can go ahead and I can upgrade her right here. I am going to go through the whole thing because I didn't want to go ahead and get her online. It will probably force me to use a copy of her for the actual things, but yeah. I think this is the last one I need to do, so I'm just gonna go ahead and just grab the 2 of these, and I'm just gonna quickly farm this. And it is really easy to farm with Renoa and Luke. If you don't have Renoa and Luke to do your farming, I don't know. I am so glad I got Luke again, because Renoa and Luke are just the epitome of good synergy. It's really good team. It's a really good team. So I went ahead and I did manage to get the cards that I want to have on Luke, but at a lower grade. It just happened that way. While I was going through getting him up, I went and I did the green chaos, and yeah, here he got really lucky with the cards. So, well, with the cards with good synergy, they work really well because he can make more cards, and then Renoa can change those all into bullets, and then depending on whichever one has an ego skill, then it just makes it all easier, because if Renoa's ego skill is there, I can just go ahead and just empty my hand and then bring them all back to my hand to empty my hand again. But if it's Luke, then he would just do damage based on the amount of cards I have in my hand, and I can have a max hand with with Rinoa. So see straight up that this is not a good time to have this card. So I'm just going to go ahead. Wow. Yeah, just gonna go ahead and throw these away. Might as well. These as well. These as well can throw away these bullets. I will come back later. I like filling my graveyard with bullets. It really is the thing to do. You want at least 10 of them back there so you can get a full hand. And the best thing with that is even if you get a full hand, then you can also get Luke to just throw in 2 extras with his skill, and here it is, the skill, it's really good. And I do have him with a lot of crit. As you can see, my Luke has a lot of crit on him. I'm still trying to get more crit. I'm not satisfied. I'm not satisfied with the amount of crit on my Luke, but he crits a lot of the time. If I can get him up to 70% crit, that would be amazing. But yeah, it's all about getting those substats. But yeah, terabytes don't matter if you have the correct card synergy. We'll just build the rest here by merging just to get her online. By the time she gets up to there, then I have to go and I have to work on my Westmacots. Okay. Luckily in this game, raising partners is really easy and simple. Oh, I am so happy. I can look at it and I can see I can see that I have 2 copies, and oh, it makes me so happy. I have to build both of these, and yeah, that's gonna take a lot of resources. This game is not generous with resources. But I am going to build both of them, so I am not going to merge them together or anything like that. I do have too many. I have too many Vanguard? Strikers that I need to do. Strikers, oh my gosh. And yeah, I need one for Rin and one for her, so they both make it, because if you look at the thing that she does, it really is worth it with the putting the card away. It makes it a lot easier. So yeah, yes, I really want to get up there with the crit, but I'm going to have to do that at a different time. I'm guessing that it is going to be, need this skill. I am just needing to check. Okay, yeah, just need one here, then I can grab this one. I just want to get her a little bit online before I go into the dungeon. And now I'm going to put some gear on her. And as you can see from farming for Luke, I do have a little bit of gear here. And of course I'm going to go for the order, and I'm going to go for the attack up, because yeah, she is. Of course you could go for the defensive way, because there will be cards that will allow you to do damage based on your defense that you could also put on her, but I am going to go for the attack set here. I will have to level them up later. I don't even know if I have enough on the idea. Am I thinking about this incorrectly? Because of course I could put order on there, but would that be helpful? Would that be helpful for her? I didn't actually check her top skill, because if you look towards the top in their potential, it kind of tells you how to build them. It really does tell you how to build them. So I'm just gonna go ahead. I'm going to put the order for now, and if it doesn't work out, oh, I don't have anything for this slot. I'm just not having a good drop rate on this kind of thing. That's not going to help me. Do I have anything a bit lower down? And this is what I mean when I say you farmer, you don't get a drop. You farmer, you don't get a drop. So, yeah, what are you gonna do? There's other things that you need to farm as well. And then it becomes really, really much a job. But yeah, I do need an attack for here. I do need an attack for here, but the best I can get is an ego recovery. Ego recovery is not bad. It's not bad, but it's not ideal. You would want that on a controller, not on a striker per se. But yeah, I am kind of worried, yeah, about my ideal here. No, my ideal is going to be fine. It's my desire. My desire is not correct. Well, I won't know if it's correct until I check it. Yeah, I need to go here because I need to check this skill. Yeah. See, yes. Yeah, this is not going to work. It can't be on order. It has to be on attack bonus because it scales off attack bonus, not off her damage. Yeah, so yeah, that's how you kind of work that up. It doesn't say based on damage, it says on attack. So yeah, I'm going to have to go through and get that done, but that'll be for later. I just really need to make sure now that I have the right memory fragment on her, and that way I can go ahead and do it later. So I'm just going to have to find an attack bonus. And there we go. Yes, perfect. And yeah, I will have to get another attack bonus down there, and then it'll be perfect. Yeah, gonna have to level these at some point, but now it is time. Let us go ahead because it's gonna be easy, isn't it? It's going to be easy, let's face it. I am really kind of weirded out here. Why are you giving me a tutorial about how to play the game? This is normal story mode things. We don't need a new tutorial right there. Okay, so much for it being easy. It's recommended level 50, but it's giving you the character here. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and skip the story. I don't want to ruin that for anyone, so I will be right back. Yeah, that's about it here. There is one more thing that I want to talk about, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut to that, and then I'm going to end out this video. It is getting a little bit long, but yeah, she seems to be a very good character. Just have to go ahead and just decide which epiphanies I'm going to put on her, and I'll make a video at another point to show which epiphanies I've chosen and which cards I've chosen and how I use my characters together. So yeah, that'll be another video, but I just wanted to speak about one more thing. So yeah, let's go ahead and cut to that. And the reason why I wanted to talk about this is because it is something that I really wanted, and I did ask for it in a few videos, and that is why. I did ask for this, but I am really confused as to how it was implemented into the game. I'm just going to quickly go down here because I'm not really 100% sure. Yes, here it is. I asked for these to be sold. Yes, these. I wanted them to be sold. But what is this price? What is this price that I'm looking at? You're selling me one affinity level. You're selling me one affinity level for the price of 2 summons. Who thought about this? Who thought about the pricing? I am always flabbergasted by the pricing in this game. Who looked at this and thought, you know what we should price this one affinity level at? Why devs? I wanted this. If you had probably sold this for 99p, I wouldn't have batted an eyelid. But you're telling me that you're going to sell me one, one affinity level for the price of more than 2 character pulls. And yeah, here as well. I'm happy with this. This is fine. But again, who thought that the pricing was okay? It's nowhere else. You can't buy it with other currency. And you're going to tell me that I need to use my summoning currency for that. This is fine. I will go ahead right now and I'll buy all of these. This is fine. I happily wanted to save for Lewis. I don't even know when Lewis will come. Probably in 3-4 months. I know you have to put a lot of women out there, but when you're going to say we're selling something like this, you have to think about it. You have to really think about it. Oh my gosh, do not distract me with your voice right now, Chiron, please. I'm trying to be so serious. If you just look at the visual here, this is one. I want to point out that I do have the steps for making more affinity with these. I do get extra affinity with the gifts that I give. But at the base, this is literally going to give you one level. Devs, please think about this. That is it. I will do no more ranting, no more negativity. I hope that you guys are having a great day and that you're really enjoying this game, because yeah, I still enjoy it. So I hope that you are having fun and that you've gotten your summons and that you're enjoying your new Yuki, and I will be sure to see you guys again in another video.